Hi everybody. I want to go over week 6 assignments with you to explain a little bit more what you need to do. So if you look at the announcement for week 6, you'll see that the first bullet is to read some items. This is on paraphrasing and integrating sources with signal phrases. It's very important that you read those items because that is the model for what you're going to do in this week's graded assignments. So be sure to read those pages thoroughly. Another thing we need to do is look ahead just a little bit to the summary and response essay, because your assignment this week is looking forward to what you will be doing in that assignment. And so to do that, simply read what is a summary and response essay to get a little better idea of what you'll be doing in Unit 3. So then that will make sense for what you're doing this week for Unit 2. It's just a learning material page, so click on the link and read a little bit about that. This week's assignment is the paraphrasing assignment. And if you click on the link to the assignment, you can read through the instructions. And these instructions work quite well for what you are to do. So use that to read through carefully in terms of what you're going to do. I describe a little bit in my instructions on the announcement what you're to do, but this gives a little more detail. So what you're going to do is choose a passage from reading 2, which is an epidemic of loneliness. It can be 1 to 2 sentences, so nothing large, just 1 or 2 sentences. They should be consecutive, so don't pick 2 different sentences, but it could be 1 sentence or 2 sentences. You're going to type that passage on your own document, put quotation marks around it, and provide a citation in APA format. And if you look here, you can see what you would do. So here is the passage. You can see the quotation marks. You can see the proper citation in APA for a quotation with a period. The next thing you're going to do is to describe in 1 or 2 sentences why you selected this passage. And this has to do with using it potentially in your summary response essay. So this should be something that you either really liked or you questioned or you challenged. So explain in a few sentences why you think this is a good passage for you to use potentially in an essay that's responding to this text. And then finally, you are going to create your paraphrase. And this should be, of course, in your own words, describing what was in the original passage. So here in this example, you can see a paraphrase of this passage. This should not copy the writer's style. It should not copy the writer's specific word choices unless they're more general terms. And so you want to make sure that it is definitely in your own words. And so you can see here 2 examples of how you can cite that. This way is using a parenthetical citation. Notice where the period goes. Or you can use the narrative form in which you mentioned the author and the year in your sentence structure, and then you don't need the parenthetical at the end. So this is a model that you can use. I have placed this model here in the course. So if you go to the Unit 2 learning materials, you'll see that right at the top. And of course, I've shown you this here in the video as well. Okay, so that's your main assignment, the graded assignment. Make sure you get it done by the due date. And if you have any questions, please contact me.